You know, we should totally make the movie did it better. The episode title for this one.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm. You know what? I could even clip like the movies version.
Son of Poseidon.
And then this one.
Now.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Fuck.
Chiron's been promising her for years. A demigod would arrive who was
Can we
fated
pause
to
just for
quest
one
that even
sec?
Chiron couldn't prevent.
You have been.
So I was talking. I can't remember if I just talked to Chaos or if I talked to you about this separately, Barber. But I very much get Spectrum vibes from Annabeth in this show, and that's very much not in the book. So I'm curious what the whole take on that whole issue is.
Yeah, I'm kind of noticing that as well with her character. But I mean, I guess we'll see more of it. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they did decide to write her that way, being Disney and all, you know.
But the other part to this is that in book 2 we meet Tyson, Percy's brother, and he actually in the books could fit on the spectrum, believably. So I wonder why they're even doing that. It doesn't make much sense.
Who knows? I wonder if that'll be the case when it gets introduced in the show.
I don't know.
I think a big takeaway from ours with this last time, I think it was just overall pacing, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Like
Yeah.
the only real issue I had, like I
And
said,
Grover, right?
was the Grover thing.
Yeah.
They basically turned Grover is basically the Samwise Gamgee of the group, and they turned him into an asshole. So I don't really get it. I don't know if I made that comparison in the last recording or not, but
I don't think you did.
Well, since TC brought up the Tyson, I'm gonna bring up another conversation that we had this week. When we get to season 2, Disney's gonna have a whole different issue to deal with, and I'm just gonna leave that there. So.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, we know by their recent track records, they don't really do well when it comes to handling a whole bunch of issues. So,
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm just curious. I'm just, again, they haven't broken the show by any means, so I'm curious. They could handle it well. It all depends on how much control Rick Riordan has versus how much control Disney actually has behind the scenes.
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, and Disney could also make a profit off of a Marvel product, but
Profit, what's that?
Yeah, right. That's a foreign word to Disney nowadays. So.
Oh man.
And fail to save what matters most in the end.
I trust you.
Yeah, I wish his voice was a little more eerie.
And right now,
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a
more
demonically
important
possessed
than that.
voice with
I
snakes
thought,
and hissing and shit.
yeah, I
I'm
thought
gonna
that
pack the
there'd be
best
much more of an
snacks.
impact on the prophecy here.
Power and intelligence are not the same thing.
You are right about that.
That's
Forbidden
true.
children are always in
Just
danger,
saying.
even the strongest ones.
Plus, that doesn't actually take away from his point.
Exactly.
He was saying
Exactly.
Zeus was being an idiot. He didn't say anything
Correct.
against Sally.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Himself. The sky is his domain. He'd be serving you up on a silver platter to try to travel through it.
I do have to admit that
Yeah.
that as a plot point is kind of freaking stupid. He's right now being Zeus's little errand boy, so
Right.
doesn't make much sense. Even in the books, that didn't make much sense. But okay.
Getting through it is singing this song.
What are you doing?
He's already not a good actor. Why are
It's
you
a
singing?
consensus song.
Was that in the book?
Hell no. None of this is in the book. Hell, in the book at this
Fuck
point,
no.
in the book at this point, they're playing hacky sack with an apple.
Oh, I thought we were doing sing-along songs.
Oh, fuck's sake. But seriously, they're making Annabeth insufferable. Why?
They really are. Like, I'm like, can we like dial it back like just a tad? Like, I know her character in the book is supposed to be more, assertive, but this is like kind of getting to that like, girl boss like category dialed up.
Her biggest thing in the book is just, okay, Percy, you're stop being a moron. Like, that's basically the extent of it. She's not a bitch.
Ooh, yeah, she is coming off like a puta. That is for sure.
And Grover, like, just first of all, the actor not all that great. Second of all, don't say.
Just put all your energy into more of the acting and less of the singing. That would be.
You can't ask her, can you?
Wow.
When was the last time she talked to you?
Grover.
Like, this is crazy.
Okay, this is some cringe ass.
into this.
Okay, pause. Okay,
He's like,
this should have already been explained to him in camp before they set off. Like,
yeah.
Right.
Freaking Grover's got to look at his face like, I need an adult. I need an adult.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
And Annabeth is annoying me already. Oh, jeez. I was just hoping they wouldn't change her character. Just make her how she is in the books, not Bitchathon 9000.
And not this. I really hope it doesn't get dialed up any more than this.
Tell me her story.
Like, they didn't put this together until quite a while.
As she's raising her veil to turn into stone.
That's I feel like that's how it should. Yeah, I feel like that's how it should be,
And Electro has fucking nothing to do with it. By that point, the Furies are basically out of the story until the 11th hour.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think that's where the movie kind of did it right, in a sense. They get to a place really not being familiar with the surroundings and then just happen to stumble upon whatever, and then it's revealed like, oh shit, that's Medusa.
Yeah. And like I said, in the book, Grover's like, guys, something's fucking wrong, and they're both like, food, like,
yeah,
right. Yeah,
it's like at the moment this show has worse continuity issues than Doctor Who. And you guys now, and you TC, and especially you, Barbara, know how much it takes for somebody to admit that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With continuity issues of Doctor Who.
So. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's fair.
She decided that I would never be seen again by anyone who would live to tell the tale.
Okay, two things. One,
That isn't what happened.
The only way he would need to be punished is if you went with the version where he bought her grapes. A. B. Athena's not powerful enough to punish Poseidon, even if she wanted to.
Right.
And like,
yeah, you're forgetting the hierarchy there. Like,
yeah.
I mean, and they're obviously not going with the SA version of events, which means it was consensual, which means in this continuity, Medusa did fuck up. She defiled Athena's temple. She got what was coming to her, especially with somebody as jealous and vindictive as Athena is.
Yeah.
She could have known that.
You get what you fucking deserve.
Now, please change the image because that looks like a Cosby face. Wait till she
Get ready
gets in a
to-
fight with Arachnid. I can't wait till that confrontation comes up.
When they fight Arachne, if they keep her character the way she is now, I'll be rooting for the spider.
Yeah, right.
Did you hear that?
Are you okay?
Did Annabeth just steal Percy's kill effectively?
Did you say something?
I don't know.
I think so.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
You know, we should totally make the movie Did It Better the episode title for this one.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what? I could even clip like the movie's version of the fight and then this one.
Okay, that's permanent. Like, that's the thing. Like, petrification, that's permanent. The whole point is that it's not supposed to be permanent. So, how are they
Right.
going to resolve that?
Right.
Yeah, I don't see him pulling out a soft out of his bag, and throwing it on him to fix that. Anything like that, we're not playing in Final Fantasy or anything like that. So
maybe we need the Winchesters,
Oh God.
Where's that Black Impala when you need it?
Yeah.
I would totally watch that show. I would totally watch a crossover between these two.
I would
they're just...
I want that to happen now.
Oh, I would love that.
Have some bitchin' 80s rock tunes and
Hell yeah.
kicking ass.
Now I gotta rewatch Supernatural. I love how there's Braille on this thing still.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would a god need that? All right.
Interesting song for the end.
I know. It really
This episode annoyed me quite a bit more than the pilot.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, I feel like the first two were like a little smoother, there were some things, but they weren't like overtly like, bad or, you could like kind of just, gloss over them a little bit. But this episode seemed like there was just like a lot more.
Yeah.
Especially with Grover, it's like, I chose you because I thought you would never betray me. It's like, Percy, he literally did that in the first episode. He literally betrayed you. Like,
Yeah. Oh, man.
They made Annabeth insufferable, which really frustrates me.
Yeah, she came off as a bitch in this episode. It was dialed up for her.
Right. Flat out, not sugarcoating it. Yep.
Yeah, it was like, whoa.
And I mean, like, she was very clearly on Percy's side in the books. In this, she's very clearly adversarial.
Yeah, she seems adversarial. She seems very confrontational.
She's giving Percy shit for making fun of Zeus's stupid plan to turn Thalia into a tree, even though it has nothing to do with Thalia's actions, which is what she was trying to defend.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I don't know. There was a lot of character stuff that annoyed me. Percy didn't seem like Percy until the very end of the episode.
Right.
Yeah.
Annabeth stole Percy's kill for all practical purposes. All he did was kind of sort of swing the sword. It was almost as bad as when he killed Electo. Like, he didn't even swing the sword. It just happened to open in the right way to stab her.
Yeah, that fight scene was just...
That was terrible.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Just flat out, like.
Yeah, like I really didn't feel that much tension, like
Yeah.
it just, I don't know, it just didn't hit me like that.
And I'm confused as to what version they're trying to go with in this, as far as Medusa, because like I know adaptations, you gotta make changes, I get it. But in the book, the reason she wants to turn Percy into a statue is because she still is hot for Poseidon. And Percy looks exactly like him.
Yeah.
Right.
So in this, she blames Poseidon. She overestimates Athena's abilities. And I don't know, just the characterization was really off. I don't know. Am I Chaos? Did I get anything wrong, or did I miss something? Because I feel like there was a lot wrong with this one.
Well, this entire episode in regards to that myth was completely screwed. It was completely shot. Like none of that. Like that entire scene from when they wandered into that area to pretty much just before Percy has the idea of shipping the head to Olympus needs to be reshot.
I would agree with that.
Because the whole thing is just garbage.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm fully on board with your idea, TC, with the name of the episode being "The Movie Did It Better."
Yeah. Yeah. That's as much background that I have. I mean, I know a lot of Greek mythology in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that compared to what I've seen in the films, like I can definitely say for a fact, like that fight scene in the film definitely just had more tension in it, more action,
yeah,
more build up, so to speak. And Percy actually did shit other than just like swing a sword in a direction and be like, okay, like,
hey, I hit it. Look at that.
I did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
basically, all the Percy did in that fight was he pulled an Ichigo from the first episode of Freaking Bleach, where he just happened to hit the hollow that was in front of him before he could see hollows. That's all he did.
That's all he did.
That's all he did. Like he happened to hit the thing.
And like I said, there are two versions that I know of for the Medusa myth.
Yeah.
Give or take a couple details. There's the she willingly chose to sleep with Poseidon version, which is the one they kind of go with here. Yep. In which case, she should have known how Athena would react, especially since they did it in her temple. Or there's the SA version, which I know Rick wouldn't do for the book or the show, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but at that point, she's like, well, she didn't blame Poseidon. It's like, what's she gonna do to Poseidon? Yeah. What's she gonna do?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, so that one's out just simply because she doesn't have the power to do anything to him. So that doesn't make any sense at all to use. So
none.
I don't know, and plus, Athena's pretty vindictive in the myths, so it wouldn't surprise me if she, like I don't know, just the characterization of Medusa in that entire thing. Either she was a willing participant, which it sounds like she was, in which case, when you're dealing with gods, again, she got what she fucking deserved, Joker clip. But
yeah, it definitely sounded like she was like a willing participant in this version of the story. So
it's like, you want sympathy, but you walked right into it.
I mean, you play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
That's exactly. Yeah,
just how it is. So,
like, when like in the other version, yes, she's definitely the victim in the other version, but in this one,
Yes.
she's like she's an active participant.
Yeah.
Like, it's frustrating, and the fact that they're trying to like double up the victim complex for her, even though she's not a victim in this version. I mean, beyond the punishment itself, you know, it annoys me. I'm sorry. I don't know why it triggered me as much as it did, but
well,
you're fine, man.
It probably has something to do with the whole thing of how just things are today in general. You know, Disney just like playing that card again.
Right.
Where it's the whole thing of like, you know, like for example, like if you know, with the number of like mortals that like Zeus freaking slept with, like if you were one of the mortals that like Zeus slept with and you did not expect Hera to be pissed off at you, then you're doing it wrong.
Correct. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But you know, I'd even give Zeus more credit because at least with most of those women, they didn't realize it was Zeus. Most of the time, it was either some supernatural event that they couldn't have stopped, or they thought they were sleeping with their husband. So, like, in this, it's just like if they're going to make her a victim, they should have. Well, I mean, again, it's kind of a rock and a hard place with this one because if they went with the traditional, the other version, like that's like way changing the rating of the show.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
and I get that it's a really tough place, but you can't play both sides of it.
No,
it doesn't work. It's like it's the Echo thing where Echo is making fun of Hawkeye for using a hearing aid, despite the fact that she has a prosthetic fucking leg.
Yeah.
Again, I'm sorry. I don't know why this is triggering me as much as it is, but I'm sorry.
No, I mean that her characterization, I can understand how that could be triggering. I mean, there's, the myth of her just being beautiful and seduced by Poseidon and Athena being vindictive about it. Like that just sounds fine to me. Like, Poseidon's got game, so like,
yeah. What do you want?
She falls for him, like, that's it. I don't know. I don't know where they were trying to go with this entire episode. It was definitely not like the first two, that's for sure.
I mean, honestly, if this is going to be a thing that the movie did it better, the only thing that this show is going to beat them on probably is the Ares fight. And that's what the Ares fight wasn't in the movie.
Right.
Assuming that it's even in here. So, but I think we probably would have heard about that by now if that wasn't in here.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
The thing is, they better give Percy at least one W he does on his own. He does A on his own and B deliberately. Like,
I hope
at least one.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. But all right.
And the musical number did not need to be a thing.
It didn't need to be in the show.
No, like Grover was an orchestra, wasn't
he? He had panpipes. And that actually plays into the myth, and it's funny.
So he was in band. Got it. Okay.
He knew Hilary Duff's So Yesterday and Beethoven's Concerto No. 5. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize how many details I actually remembered from
that's impressive. So,
yeah.
Can't even remember what I ate yesterday. So good on you.
And I genuinely didn't look that up. I just remember from the book. I don't know why.
I believe you. I 1000% believe you. So, yeah.
Oh, and he shit on the panpipes, at least in the first book.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of continuity issues in this episode here.
And will they make up their mind with Grover? Like, why are they flip-flopping?
Yeah.
It's like, Percy, you gotta do it. And then it's like, Percy, don't do it. It's like...
very two-sided. Like, pick a side. Stick with it.
Your name isn't Harvey Dent.
Wow.
Pick a lane and stick with it.
Supernatural, Harvey Dent, a lot of references. Oh man.
I think part of it is the fact that Percy Jackson was the first book series since Harry Potter that captured my imagination as much as it did, so I'm very particular about it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So take that what you will. I will definitely be more critical than anybody else probably on this panel over the show. I think Chaos will be on my level, but still.
Well, I guess we shall see what the further episodes will hold. We shall see. All right, you guys got anything else?
I would like to say we can only go up, but I've been sorely disappointed before. So
yeah. When it comes to D plus, I don't know. I don't think there's extra credit. So
yeah,
that's the
you
great
need to do better, Disney.
Oh God.
I had to get that last reference in. I had to.
That's been a running joke for years.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Oh man. Well, we thank you guys for tuning in. We do ask that you smash that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and let us know what you guys think. Share this video out there, hit that bell for notifications, and you guys take care.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good one.